Well, Leesburg Dam State Park has a playground for families to enjoy, but it's what's next to the playground that has people excited. So Chris is right behind me. He's holding up what a firefighter would typically go into a fire with, but still park rangers recommend bringing a jacket with you. After getting a flu shot, it takes about 10 to 12 days for the body to develop immunity to the virus. This is the final resting place for 17 people who died and whose bodies were never claimed.
Well, I don't even know these people, and they've touched my heart.
Patricia McDaniels is here at St. Joseph's Cemetery for the burial.
These people may have had family, they may not have had family, you know, but for some reason they got lost in the world.
Grave marker 215. That's how this cemetery sees this plot of land. But these are 17 individuals, 17 people, who for 2 years had no one to claim their bodies. Reverend Jess Williams officiated the funeral.
What we know is we have an obligation to say goodbye and to honor the fact that these are people who lived among us.
People with stories, with laughter, and with tears. Williams is also the Director of Public Information for Doña Ana County.
The county elects to bear the cost, which is a minor cost of a formal burial.
For these 17 people to be cremated and buried, it was about $4,200.
And to have a service performed. We believe that recognizes and honors the dignity of human life.
The law only requires that the county hold the remains for 2 years. There is no protocol for disposal.
Doña Ana County feels it's important enough to pay for a burial, to pay for grave markers. They're not fancy, but they are markers with names on them. I don't think that a stranger going to a funeral can help but feel their own mortality tugging at their heart, and to reflect back on the connections that we all have, the friendships, the family, and the finality of the moment of death.
Patricia felt the connection too, as she stood by the grave, watching the dirt pour in, covering these remains from the light forever.
Whether you're rich, poor, we all come from the same place and we're all gonna go the same way.
This desert soil may only be able to support silk flowers, but it's still a place where hope emerges.
We're all the same. We're all God's children. And now it gives me peace to know that these individuals can now finally rest in peace. They're not just wandering souls.
Lost but not forgotten. Their names are David A. Bullock, Jamie Gorman, James Zukowoski, Louis J. Sofko Jr., Danny Garrett, Ronald Thompson, Lloyd Keenum Jr., Stephen Butts, Marilyn Mall, Dolores Stromberg, Arthur H. Speaker, Vera Juanita Ben, Bobby Terrell, Edward Romero, Dorothy Coleman, Robert L. Taylor Jr., and Lucille Avers. May they rest in peace. Sloan Patton, KRWG News. Lincoln National Forest rises up from the desert, its tall pine trees swaying in the wind. It's the wind and the ongoing drought that has Jay Northcutt concerned.
Right now, we're very lucky. We haven't had anything large.
Northcutt is the district fire manager for the Sacramento Ranger District. He's in charge of close to 60 firefighters.
We're staying put because we could get something any moment.
The conditions also mean restrictions. Jason Ramos makes sure visitors to the forest know about them.
No campfires, no charcoal grills, no smoking outside of a building or a vehicle.
A group from Sul Ross University didn't get the message about campfires, so Engine 233 was called out.
They came and right when it was done, so I'm like, I thought the guys were showing up for breakfast.
Thomas was one of the campers here. He studies natural resources management.
It makes this more ironic.
When the forest is under the orange, very high danger level, campfires aren't allowed even in pits. The group was given a citation. Sloan Patton, KRWG News.